Hello, you lovely human beings. Today I'm going to take you through a full body de-stress stretch. I think my most popular video on YouTube ever is a full body stretch, so I can tell that you guys want more of these. So I am delivering. I hope you enjoy this. Try this as a weekend wiggle, a Sunday stretch, something to ease that tension in your body, and let's jump straight in. Bring yourself onto all fours for me. So you're going to have wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and from here we're going to go into a cat-cow. So you're going to go push away from the ground, and then drop yourself down towards chin up. And repeat for me. Pushing up and away, arching that back, and dropping down, looking towards the sky. One more. Push away as hard as you can, and release down into that cow. Recenter yourself. You're going to turn your hands so that your wrists are facing like so. So your fingertips are going back towards your body. We're just going to release your wrists. So from here, you're just going to sit back. Gently, gently, gently. You don't need to go all the way back, but try and keep your whole hand on the ground. You're going to feel that stretch extend up your wrist into your forearm. Just hold it here for 3, 2, and take it into little circles. So circle to the right, circle to the left, and release through those wrists. Really nice and gently, guys. Delicate little joint here. But let's just release that tension. So from here, turn those hands back around. We're going to take our right leg over like so, twisting our body through the core into this position, and then right hand over our head. So this stretch is going to go into our hips and also into our lats. Imagine you're reaching those fingertips over your head, trying to reach in front of you, and feel that stretch go all the way down the side of this body, okay? Hold it here. And really imagine you're pushing your right hip up towards the sky. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center and switch to the opposite side. I'm just going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just doing the same on the other side, okay guys? So push that hip up towards the sky, feel that stretch in front, and reach those fingertips in front of you as far away as you can, stretching through that lat. Take some deep breaths here. Come back to center. We're going to stretch out the whole of the front of our body. We're going to show you a couple of options here depending on your flexibility. Option 1 is to sit back like so, with your hands on the floor behind you, and to just push your chest up towards the sky. Option 2 is to lift the hips like so. Option 3 is to come back from this position, grab your heels, and push your whole body up. And release. Let's go into everybody's favourite, the child's pose. Knees wide, toes together, sit back on your heels, hands out in front of you. Now push your shoulder blades down towards the ground to feel that stretch and release in your lats. Nice, guys. Push that bum down towards the ground, push the shoulders down towards the ground. This is an active stretch. Bring it up, take the knees a little bit further back, and come into puppy. The same position but with your bum high. To really extend that stretch into your lats, hold it here. You've got this, guys, hold this here for now. And release. We're going to come to a seated position, cross-legged in the middle of our mat. Oh, now from here, you're going to take your right hand pocket on your left knee, left hand behind you, and twist through. Feel that release in your spine. And switch sides. Really twist all the way. Now let's work into that neck of yours. So many of us hold so much tension in our necks. So you're going to put your hand underneath your bum and take your fingertips on top of your head and lean away. So you're going to feel that stretch coming into your neck. Now you can either just hold it here, or if you want to try and wiggle into that stretch, you can take your neck and head forwards and back, finding those points of tension and tightness and holding there. Any stretches that we do today, guys, if you need a little longer in one, just pause the video, take your time. And we're going to gently switch sides, opposite hand. There's always going to be one side that's a little bit tighter than the other. Deep breaths. Find those tight spots and work to release them. Whoa. And come back to center. From here, we're going to take our elbow down towards the ground, and we're going to reach up and over with the opposite arm. Feeling that stretch through our lat and go down into our core and our obliques. Now imagine you're trying to keep this bum cheek on the floor while these fingertips reach away to really, really extend that stretch. So consciously push your glutes into the floor and your fingertips away from you. For 4, 3, 2, and let's just windmill ourselves over to the opposite side. Again, pushing that glute into the ground. And back to center. Whew, let's release those shoulders. Just give me some shoulder rolls. Backwards. And from here, take one arm across and lock that arm over. Don't do it directly on the elbow, but just do it above or below the elbow. What you're going to try and consciously do is drop this shoulder down as you pull it across. Don't let it sit high up here. Drop it down and pull across. You're going to feel that stretch in your rear delts. Shake it off, switch sides. Drop that shoulder down consciously. Come back to center. We're just going to come into a half kneeling position, well, a kneeling position, but knees wide. And from here, we're going to sit back, we're going to take one arm up, and we're going to extend into that tricep stretch. Key thing here is focusing on what's within your abilities. So option one is to push that tricep down from the elbow, or if you have the flexibility, you can also take your hand behind and grab your fingertips from the back and stretch like so. And we're going to hold it here, okay? Make sure you keep your chin up and your chest proud. Don't let your head drop down. This is such a nice stretch. I love this one. Don't forget to breathe, guys. Your breath can help release any tension that's in your body. And release. Switch sides. Again, you have the option of pushing down from the top of the elbow or pulling from behind, whichever is within your limits and your flexibility. After this stretch, we're going to move on to your lower body. We're going to spend a little bit of time easing off our legs and really focusing on our hips as well. Such a tight spot for so many of us. Okay, let's get going on those hips. So, you're going to go into a half kneeling position. One leg forward, one leg back. From here, we are going to squeeze the back glute and push ourselves forward. So you're squeezing this back glute, pushing your hips forward, and that should feel a stretch in the front of your hip, the front hip of the back leg. Okay? So you're going to push forward here. There is always the option to extend the stretch by taking your fingertips up and over. If you don't want to do that, you can always just stay in this deep lunge to help release your hips. Now we're going to drop our left hand down towards the ground, right hand on our knee, and we're just going to circle that hip and circle that knee. Do circles in both directions. We're just easing into the knee and hip joints, okay? Because we're about to go deep into a stretch. So, from here, I'm just going to turn so you can see the front of my body a little bit more. We are now going to try and take this elbow down towards the ground, like so. If you can't get that deep, just make sure you get the opposite elbow down, and then however far you can get with this one, whether it's up here or if it's to stay in this position. And if this is enough of a stretch for you, that is fine with me. We really want to be feeling it through the hamstring of glute of this front leg. But if you're able to join me down here on the ground, please do. Let me just get back on my mat so it's nice and comfortable. I'm going to hold this here for 15 seconds, guys. This is such a deep stretch, but it feels so good. Three, two, and one. Oh God, that felt great. All right, let's switch sides. We're going to do those 3 stretches on the opposite leg. So bend the opposite leg, take it forward, feel that stretch in the front of the hip. Really pushing forward, consciously feeling that stretch. Again, the option is here to extend the stretch by leaning up and over. Or holding it here. So from this deep lunge position, we're going to take that right arm down towards the ground, left hand on top of the knee. We're going to go into those hip circles, okay? Taking that knee clockwise and anti-clockwise, loosening into the joint. Let me just turn around for you. Loosening into that joint. Getting ready for our deep stretch. You know what stretch is coming up now. So, from here, take the opposite elbow down towards the ground if you can. And if you can, the same elbow too. Again, there's always the option to stay up here if that is a deep enough stretch for you. Let's hold this here for a while. God, this feels so good. Hold it here, guys. Keep that foot flat on the floor. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and bring it up. Oh, that feels so good in my hip joints. And we're now going to take our hip stretches to the next level. So we're going to go down onto our backs. Oh, here we go. So let's pull. Which leg do we just have forward? That one, okay. Let's pull our right leg into our chest. We're going to go in with some hip circles again. I do love a little circle, guys. Really helps loosen and ease into that joint before we start really working to stretch it out. Now we're going to put our left hand on the right knee, right hand flat on the ground. We're going to twist and take that knee over towards the floor on the opposite side. I don't know if you heard that, but my spine clicked. It felt so good. So we're going to try and get a little spine click. No worries if you don't get one. But the conscious effort here is to get this knee on the ground and this shoulder towards the ground, or on the ground if you're super flexible, at the same time. Don't forget to breathe. Oh, it's so relaxing. I love this stretch. Okay, let's come to center. We're going to bend that left leg and we're going to put the right ankle on the left knee. Depending on our flexibility here, we're going to go into a figure 4 stretch. You can either grab the back of the thigh or the front of the shin. Whichever one you grab, make sure you're sat back so your head is on the floor. And we're going to feel that stretch through the right glute and hamstring here, okay? If it's not deep enough, you can always pull your knee in towards your chest on each out breath. Try and bring your knee a little bit closer to your chest to push deeper into that stretch. Another one of my favourites. This stretch feels so good. If you can, pull that knee in a little bit closer for me. Seconds. 3, 2, release. From here, take both legs out in front of you, sit up for a second. We're going to bend that right knee, and bring the foot up towards you. Now we're going to stretch into this quad. We have options. If you are up here and you're feeling a stretch in that quad, stay here. If you're not feeling it enough, you can come all the way down towards the ground. But just make sure that you're keeping that knee, that thigh and that glute all on the floor. That is the only way that I want you to let yourself come down this low. I want to keep that strong form and everything in the right position. Now whichever position you're in, try and keep that glute consciously pushed into the ground to help release through the front of the leg. Nice deep breaths. Hold it here. This is your final stretch on this side before we're going to switch over to the other side. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Take those hands onto the ground, push yourself up, and switch sides. So you're going to grab your left knee, you're going to lay back, and we're going to go into those knee circles that we just did on the other side, okay? Nice big circles, guys. Do some in both directions. And then we're going to grab that left knee with the right hand, we're going to pull it across our body and look over our left shoulder, trying to keep the left shoulder on the ground. To twist through our midsection, release our spine and our lower back. Take some deep breaths here, do not forget to breathe. Five more seconds. And to the centre. So left ankle on the right knee. Go back into that figure 4 stretch on the opposite side, grabbing the back of the thigh, the front of the shin. Hold it here. Put that knee just a centimetre closer to you. Feel that stretch in your glute and hamstrings. And release. We're going to sit up. We're going to go into that quad stretch on the left hand side. So bend the left leg and sit back to that point where you feel the stretch, whether it's up here, down here, or all the way on the floor, okay? You know when you tuck your hips in Pilates? Imagine you're tucking your hips under, okay? So don't just let your body rest like so. Consciously tuck your hips under, and that's going to really extend that stretch through the front of your quad, okay? Hold it here. For 5, 3, 2, 1. You're going to come up to a seated position. We are now going to work into our hamstrings. So effectively just going to quickly ease off our hips. So feet hip width apart, we're just going to drop our knees towards the ground. You might get a couple of hip clicks. This feels very nice. Enjoy it. Just going to do this for 2 more seconds. Last one. And let's go into our hamstrings. So you're going to have one foot brought in towards your crotch and the opposite pointing away from you. You can also flex it towards you depending on how you're feeling. Now from here, we're going to aim to reach towards our toes, but everybody's hamstring flexibility is completely personal to them. So whether you're reaching your knees, your shins, or your toes, there is absolutely zero judgment here on this YouTube channel. Just go as deep as you can while consciously feeling that stretch to the back of the leg, okay? Hold it here, guys, 10 more seconds. Four, 3, 2, release. Oh, that felt nice. All right, let's switch sides. Again, stretch within your own limits, guys. Whether you're going for your knee, your shin, your toes, but let's drop into it. Deep breaths. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, lovely juggling. Right, we're coming into our final few stretches of today. So we're going to go into our inner thigh stretch. This one is going to feel intense, but it's a really nice intensity, and the relief you feel afterwards is incredible and definitely worth the discomfort. So push yourself through, your body is going to thank you. So from here, we're going to put our palms on the floor, we're going to take our knees as wide as we can. I like to walk my feet out a little bit, and then try and keep your foot in line with your knee, and we're going to drop onto our elbows. So in this position, you should really be feeling the stretch through the inner thighs, okay guys? On both sides. Get down as low as you can to the ground, and just breathe, because this is going to be intense. On each out breath, guys, try and relax those inner thighs. It might be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's going to feel so good afterwards. Stay with me. If you can, walk those knees a centimetre further out. Push your hips back a little bit, so we don't want to be too far forward, okay? We want to be pushing our hips back, so we have under a right angle at our knee joint, okay? Hold it here 15 seconds. I am right here with you, deep breaths. 8 seconds. Relax your shoulders for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, God, that felt good. Oh, feels amazing when you come out of that one. I love that feeling. Right, let's do our standing hamstring stretch. I'm just going to readjust the camera for you. So from the ground, we are going to take ourselves into a hanging position, okay? So we're hinging forward from the hips. We are hanging over the front of our legs. Now, where you're going to be reaching, again, is dependent on your hamstring flexibility, whether that's reaching your knees, your shins, your toes, or the floor. I just want you to hinge forward from the hips and allow your body to drop. I want your feet to be hip width, okay? What we're going to do here is on every out breath, consciously, guys, we're going to breathe into this stretch. So on every single out breath, you're going to try and drop yourself just half a centimetre, a few millimetres deeper into this stretch, okay? So breathe in, and out, drop down. Breathe in, and out, drop down. Repeat that cycle for 2 more breaths, guys. Now hold it in that bottom position. Stay as low as you can. Now I'm going to add an optional advanced stretch at this point. So just relax for a second. I'm going to show you the options. It's called a camel. You're going to take your hands behind your back. Now you can either stay in this upright position and just push your chest towards the sky, okay? But if you want to take this to the next level, and if your flexibility allows it, please listen to your body. You can hinge forward from the hips and take the arms over your head, okay? Again, we're going to do that breathing exercise. So whether you are in this position, on every breath you're pushing your arms further behind you, or if you're in this hinge position and every breath you're taking your arms further over your head, breathe with me. So breathe in, and out, drop it down. 2 more breaths, in, and out. 1 more here, let's do this. And out. Hold yourself at the deepest point of your stretch. I'm just shaking my head because it helps to release my neck. And 3, 2, 1. Release. Oh, feels amazing. Roll your shoulders back for me. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. My body feels incredible. I really, really, really hope you enjoyed that. I feel so relieved and relaxed. So let me know if you like this video by hitting thumbs up, by leaving a comment, and let me know if you want to see more, because I can always film them for you. They are a pleasure to create. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.